might be right. I got to talk to Chris Bird because I don't think the time elapsed in terms of 5 minutes like they were supposed to get to play.
5 minutes, the fastest 5 minutes I've ever seen.
That's what I'm saying.
What's the deal? The player contract is very specific about 5 minutes, but maybe the players are insisting
They're ready
we don't
to play
want those
some
things in
chess.
5 minutes. We just want to go.
Let's go. Well, they are going. They started. And there you have a Joko piano with D7, D6, almost a Hungarian variation. I'm going to switch to the game of Gukesh and Fabi for just a minute. Because
Magnus.
Pardon me, yeah. Because I want to remind you of the game between Hans and Fabi. Remember in that game, it was but it was C2, C3 by Hans that provoked the move F7, F5, and then very quickly F5, F4 came. Not in this case. Bishop E6 immediately. I'm just curious what this opening is called. I know it's a Joko piano.
We had a Joko piano yesterday.
It's just the Italian game. And this is a very rare bird in the Italian game. Only 8 games in the database. So Bishop C5 and Knight F6 dominate. Not the move at D7, D6, the one chosen by Magnus. And we have a trade. And, I'm going to keep an eye on this one.
And C3, possibility of queen B3 on tap in some positions, hitting pawns, but Magnus not worried about it just yet as he has queen C8 as a sufficient response and also attack pawn on E4. We did see in the other game, because this opening is going to take a little while to get going, but we did see in the other game, Magnus, that Naka did play.
Just played the move D4 and said to Magnus, I could double your pawns. Magnus says, help yourself.
Going on Magnus's face. Do you see
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Face of disgust for a moment.
As though he...
Drinking the water, a little shake of the head.
As though he's messed things up. And I'm being told by VAR,
Yeah, look at
you've
it.
got this nice move D5. And Magnus seems to be thinking, did I play it?
He never looks like this.
No.
Never. But there is a problem.
Yes.
The knight, if he establishes a pawn on the D5 square, does Gukesh, then he has knight G5 coming. So let's say you take pawn takes here, for example. Pawn takes. Now he has to move the knight. There's nothing else to do. Back it up is actually the only move.
Right. I don't want to go to
Get trapped on
A5.
A5. And now what do you do about knight G5? Like,
Well, there's knight is about to pay a visit, so I just got to get out of the way of the fork. I mean, you can drop the knight in whenever you like. Maybe you want to play C4 as a prelude to that.
but he didn't do it. He just took.
Oh, so now I'm forcibly reminded of the first Singfield Cup, and it was Magnus Carlsen on the white side of the structure against Lavon Aroni.
every single
Tempo,
move because
I know what you mean.
You could play B3 or B4.
So
Turns out
the big move here is C6, by the way. Just to interrupt, because we're not there yet. But this is the big move that Magnus needs to find right now.
C7, C6, A2, A4.
I got to tell you, it's a nuanced move because you're waiting out white. You're
Okay.
waiting so that the tempi in white's position runs out. So to find C6 is the height of accuracy at the moment as he's waiting for white to run out of moves and then have to back the king. Once you back up with the king, it's over. The kings are facing off.
I'm never backing up with the king. What I am doing is I'm going to go G3 and H3. Or I'm going to go G3 and H4. And I'm going to force your king to go here. I'll take this pawn. And when my pawns are advanced, I'll go up the board and make another pawn break. So that's why I thought it was a draw.
A6. By the way, yeah, sir. But
Yes.
that line was losing as well, according to the engine. He had to find C6. But now,
Another
H4,
opening.
a mistake. These king and pawn endings are nasty for the tempi and every single move. And I'm going to admit, I don't see. It's just way too sharp for us to see everything.
I think B5 just kills it. I think B5 just kills it because after B5,
you run out of moves.
Yeah, well, you can't play C5 because then C6 and E5 wins.
There it is.
So B5 is a winning move at the moment, I believe.
Well, that's what we believe, but again, it's up to Magnus to find it. We've had the benefit of the engine this entire time to help us along the way.
I think A4 would have kept Gukesh in the game, and now using all of his clock, by the way, he was up 5 minutes on time. Now he's down to under a minute.
All right, but that's the benefit of the bank that he built up.
Precisely.
All right, and now he's using it in the
he's-
critical moments.
And there you
Find
go.
B5.
He found it, and Gukesh is distraught because Gukesh now realizes that C5, C6, followed by E5, and that's all she wrote. That's an absolutely stone cold winning king and pawn endgame now. E5 makes it simple.
Final few resources available to Gukesh, just to not
He's done it.
throw
That's
the game
it.
away. But E5 is found by Magnus. Calm, cool, collected is he.
Wow.
Winning that, and by the
There
way,
it is,
now
a
the end
handshake.
of that. But Nakamura in the other one has taken over